Have you ever purchased grocery store flowers and thought, you know what? I could do this. Well, today we have floral designer Kalin Falconer from Bloom & Co. here to show us how we can make up a special floral arrangement for the ones we love. Thank you, Kalin, for joining us. Not exactly breaking news. I'm a rookie at this. Do you have faith that I can put something together that is somewhat presentable? I know Dina will 100%.
I have faith in you.
Can I do this, Kalin?
I have every faith in you, Sid. I have faith in both of you. They're going to be beautiful.
Okay, and I'll tell you this, a lot of people, it's not just as gifts, self-care. People are loving putting something together, not just cooking and baking, but a little floral arrangement as a pick-me-up that you get to look at and love and smell. Take time to stop and smell what Sid thought was time, by the way. Sid's
Really?
like, is this time?
We're not just going to keep that to the commercial break.
I think it's time to find out what this is, Kalin. I think it's time to find out what this is.
I didn't know what time it was, and I thought it was time.
So that's called wax flower. It's a really nice filler flower. It's similar to baby's breath, but I think it has a nicer texture.
Okay.
So yeah, it does look very herby. So I get why you thought it was time. So we're using the wax flower. We've got tulips, carnations, some different chrysanthemums, and roses as well. So you can obviously pick these up at a grocery store, but I would suggest even going to a local flower shop or market because I think it's always better to support small if you can.
Yeah. Pro tip number one, you fill it with water and you have like it looks like Scotch tape as a lattice. How come?
It's a very thin grid on the top of the container out of a thin clear tape, and that's going to kind of create a bit of a network of holes so we can put the flowers through and they'll hold them in place.
Prop it up.
So the first thing we're going to do is add our greenery. That's going to create a nice base and establish the shape of the arrangement.
Yeah.
So just cut your stem.
Okay, Sid, this is where you be careful with these.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and get creative. You can kind of decide how large or
Kalin, can I make sound effects as I do this to kind of spice it up a little bit?
Please do. Please do.
Bam! All right.
Such a green thumb.
You know what? It wasn't long enough. This isn't going to work.
Now, Kalin, doesn't matter if we... He's already wasting. It's okay. We're learning, Sid. You're learning.
Sorry, Kalin. I'm trying.
You can hold the stem up beside the container and get a sense of how... Oh, did the head fall? I think you lost the head of your tulip.
I've lost Kalin. She now knows. Well. Look, you asked for greenery, so I gave you. That's not the greenery you were looking for.
She had so much hope in the beginning.
I had faith in the beginning. I'm losing faith a little here. No.
Okay, please continue.
Just trim whatever leaves are going to be below the water line. Okay. And
trim it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you cut them on an angle, Kalin?
With your hand.
Do you cut them?
You can. It's not the end of the world if you don't. But just a good clean cut with your clippers is important.
Now, does the temperature of the water matter? Because I know some flowers, they say it should be like lukewarm. Others say it should be super crisp and cool.
I usually just go with room temperature. I think that's always a safe bet. Yeah.
Kalin, do you want to take a look at what's happening with Sid's and maybe give him some tips?
I don't know if you do.
Some tips.
I got to be honest. I don't know if you do.
How to avoid such... sad-looking bloomings. Good times over there.
So I have this next to the baby's breath.
Okay.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Spring.
I think
boom.
you know
That's
what?
nice,
I think you lost the head on your tulip there.
Nice.
You might want to maybe scrap that one. Unfortunately,
but you know what? This is the underdog flower of the group. I kind of like this one.
Sid,
we don't expect much, but you know what? It's part of us. It's who we are.
Sid's going for that fresh, random, I've been through the backyard.
Just show Dina's, because she knows.
I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Kalin knows full well Dina's doing this properly.
I'm doing more of like a votive, you know what I mean? Like you want to be able to still have it at the table, but still, it's just a moment as opposed to an invasive whatever's happening over there, Sid.
Like you went through the backyard.
I can't wait to compare these two, Kalin, when we're done.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
And then what you could do is, another tip that I use is you can have teeny tiny votives or candle holders. Kalin, do you do this? And then you could just put 2 or 3 in each. So even one bouquet will stretch out and go a long way, right?
Yes, absolutely. A little bud vase or, like you said, a little candle holder that just holds a single stem can spread the flowers across the table.
So what's happening with you in terms of all these micro weddings? Are you anticipating more this year?
Yeah, I'm really hopeful. This lockdown has, I think, the potential to affect some of the weddings that I have planned for May, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely noticing a shift to smaller weddings and events.
For sure.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm glad to still be able to do something. Last summer, we were still able to do a few smaller weddings, and I think the intimate weddings are a lot nicer sometimes than the huge ones. So,
you know what, like Sid, sometime like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree type.
I'm telling you, that's the look I'm now going for.
Is that what you're going for?
I wasn't going for it initially.
You know what? It's growing on me.
Oh dear.
You know what? I call this, honestly, hey, give it a go. It's always worth a try.
I call Sid's, I want my money back, but nice try. Yeah. And I call this one, sign me up.
Uh-oh.
Sign me up. Check out this, Sid.
Just wrap it up with Dina. Just wrap it up. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it's
go.
beautiful.
That's nice.
You know, I was gonna, I think, what about some daisies, Sid? Can we throw some daisies in there?
He likes sparse. You know,
these are daisies, right?
Okay. I know, he's an artist who's editing
that's
himself.
A carnation.
That's a carnation. I knew that. Look at this. One more. We're a little heavy here. And boom, flowers.
He said he wanted to Van Gogh this. I think we want that to Van Gogh away. You know what I'm saying?
I think mission accomplished. I think it's beautiful.
Okay.
I am actually going to post a more detailed tutorial on my Instagram account. So if anyone is going to try this at home, they can kind of watch a step-by-step a little bit slower. But
where do we find that? Where do we find more on you?
So it's at bloom_and_co on Instagram.
This is beautiful. I gotta say, this is very therapeutic.
All right, Kalin, I apologize for everything that happened on my side of the table. I tried my best. You're amazing. And Dina, that was great. Kalin, thank you very much.
Incredibly therapeutic.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, hon.
So supportive. I needed all the support you get.
Beautiful.
If you love the color pink, you'll need to see where Nicole is next. Plus, we're celebrating birthdays, and I will attempt to defend what I've done here from a floral arrangement perspective. This is Breakfast Television. Thanks for the support, Dina.